Imagine your server as your house. You wouldn't leave your front door unlocked, right? Hardening your server is like locking your doors and windows. It makes it much harder for bad guys to get in. A hardened server is a safer server. It's less likely to be compromised, which means your data is more secure. Plus, it helps you stay compliant with regulations like GDPR and HIPAA. Hardening doesn't have to be hard. Start with the basics and build up from there. Every little bit helps. Remember, security is a journey, not a destination. Stay vigilant and keep learning. Let's start with the foundation, your operating system. Think of it like reinforcing your walls and doors. First, disable any services you're not using. It's like locking the back door if you always use the front. Fewer open doors mean fewer ways for intruders to sneak in. Next, close unused ports. Ports are like entry points for network traffic. If you're not using a port, close it. This reduces your attack surface significantly. Finally, create strong passwords. I know, you've heard it a million times, but it's still true. Use a password manager if you need help remembering them. Now that your OS is secure, let's move on to your applications. Think of these as the valuables inside your house. Always install the latest security patches for your applications. These patches fix known vulnerabilities that hackers could exploit. Disable any unnecessary features or plugins. Just like with unused services, unused features can create security holes. Run your applications with the least privilege necessary. This principle, known as least privilege, limits the damage an attacker can do if they compromise an application. Section 4. Host Security Essentials. Now let's talk about some additional security measures for your server, like installing a security system in your house. Use a reputable antivirus and anti-malware software. This helps protect your server from viruses, malware, and other threats. Consider implementing an intrusion detection system, or IDS. An IDS acts like a security camera, alerting you to suspicious activity on your server. Regularly audit your server logs. This helps you identify unusual activity and potential security breaches. Section 5. Hardware hardening. Don't forget about physical security. This is like having strong locks on your doors and windows. If possible, store your server in a secure location with limited access. Disable any unnecessary hardware such as CD or DVD drives or USB ports to prevent unauthorized data access. Set a BIOS or UEFI password to prevent unauthorized booting from external devices. Section 6. Patching, your first line of defense. Finally, let's talk about patching. Think of this as regularly checking your locks and making sure they're still strong. Always keep your operating system and applications up to date with the latest security patches. This is one of the most important things you can do to secure your server. Before deploying patches in a production environment, test them thoroughly in a staging environment. This ensures that the patches don't break anything, and that your server remains stable. Establish a regular patching schedule and stick to it. Consistency is key. In conclusion, securing your Linux server doesn't have to be overwhelming. By following these practical tips, you can significantly enhance your server's security and protect your valuable data. Remember to stay informed about the latest security threats and best practices, and always prioritize the security of your systems.